So Pastor E.A Adeboye made a shocking revelation about the Nigerian current security challenge, and nobody is talking about it. Everybody just watched, scanned it like nothing happened. He made a shocking revelation that nobody is talking about it. Listen to what he said. Let's listen along.
You can only advise the commander-in-chief.
You can only advise the commander-in-chief.
Because if you command the commander-in-chief, then you become the commander of the commander-in-chief. That doesn't make sense. But I've tried, and God is my witness. Because I don't want to take much of your time. What should we do now? I'm talking to you as my children. If I were asked to make suggestions, I would say quietly to our government and tell our security chiefs, get rid of these terrorists within 90 days or resign.
He's coming. They are just applauding. I tried to make this video shorter, but Pastor E.A Adeboye talks slowly.
Now that I'm sure will sound familiar to those of you who are following situation in Nigeria. There was a president, unfortunately, he's dead now, Buhari, who issued such an order. Some of you will remember, who called the service chief together and said, I give you 3 months. Get rid of all these Boko Haram people or resign. He's not around to tell you who gave him that advice. He ran with that advice, but he didn't follow it through because he gave the order as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. But, the security operatives moved fast. But 3 months went, and the work was not done. So I went to see him. It was in the news. So this time, somehow, the press got to know that I visited him because they were not there when we talked. Fortunately, like I said, he's not alive now. Yes, I would have asked you to go and ask him, sir, why didn't you follow through? Because when 3 months passed and the work wasn't done, why didn't you proceed with your, are we going to call it threat?
Instruction.
I won't tell you the details, but one thing came out of that meeting which would lead me to my next advice to our government, in case there's any of you who can get across to them, that when giving orders to the service chief this time round, we should make it clear to them that they are not only to eliminate the terrorists, they should eliminate their sponsors. No matter how influential they may be.
Did you hear that? He passed this message to Buhari. Now he's doing the same message to Tinubu. And mind you, somebody like E.A Adeboye and a person will say, even your politicians cannot open mouth and talk to them anyhow. No be this church or church. Me, I no believe in. I can't mount my camera and stand. They criticize somebody like Adeboye. Okay, if you reach your turn, you can do that. But now, they should eliminate their sponsors. Who are their sponsors that APC government is afraid of? Is this their sponsors bigger than the government? Is this their sponsor? Maybe they are in government. One of the reasons I made this video is to tell you more reason why Tinubu has to leave Aso Rock. And bring you to the knowledge of what Peter Obi said. He said, if the foundation that brought you to office is corrupt, there is nothing you can do in that office. That is why the first thing P2B is doing is to sanitize his foundation so that there will be no compromise. Maybe you came into office with compromise. You came into office knowing fully well that the foundation is something you were actually called to come and eliminate in the office. Why are these sponsors so powerful that even government cannot get rid of them? Did you listen to the interview Sunday Igboho granted? He said he set up an agency that Oyo State government did not allow it. Why? Is there anything we need to know that we don't know? And before you blame Seyi Makinde, of course I know he shares most of the blames as the chief security officer of the state. Nigeria security instruction comes from Abuja, from the president. He is the one that is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Why is he not taking some drastic actions? Think about this video again, because there are things Pastor E.A Adeboye sees he cannot talk about, but we need to use wisdom to understand it. Help me share this video, Ligi TV.